Lots happening in Ottawa. We will go to Ottawa live at 11 a.m. Eastern Time for some of that news. Here is our featured guest of the morning, meanwhile, Lorne Steinberg of Lorne Steinberg Wealth Management, a familiar face to viewers of this channel and this program. Lorne, great to have you here.
Well, thank you very much for having me.
Lots to talk about over the next hour or so. I'm going to tell viewers what our colleagues at CTV News are reporting about the new faces in the cabinet, and then we'll get some of Lorne's views on what Canada's business community and investors might want from a new federal government, be it Liberal or otherwise. Here are some names. Chrystia Freeland, of course, who in large measure was the author of the situation we're in now. We all remember the day when that bombshell landed, where she abruptly resigned her position as finance minister and leveled some very blunt criticism at the recent economic policies of the Trudeau federal government. The CTV News reporting that she will return to cabinet as transport minister. She has been, of course, deputy prime minister and finance minister. Chrystia Freeland, according to our colleagues at CTV News, returns as transport minister. Karina Gould, who has been the House leader in Ottawa and was a contender for the Liberal leadership, has not been given a position, according to CTV News. Out of cabinet are, again, these are reports, and this is not an official announcement. This is coming from CTV News. Public Services and Procurement Minister Jean-Yves Duclos out. Mark Miller, the Immigration and Citizenship Minister, out, according to CTV News. CTV News also reporting that Crown Indigenous Relations Minister Gary Anastasiangri takes on the role of Justice Minister, so a high-profile reassignment there. Stephen Guilbeault, the Environment Minister, Environment and Climate Change Minister, is set to be moved. There's been some uncertainty about where he's going. CTV News is saying that he's expected to take on biodiversity and heritage and the job of Quebec lieutenant as well. Staying in cabinet in their very prominent roles are, according to CTV News, Finance Minister Dominic LeBlanc, Foreign Affairs Minister Melanie Joly, Industry Minister François-Philippe Champagne, and Public Safety Minister, David McGuinty. So that is what our colleagues at CTV News have reported. Lorne, what will the business community and investors want to see from a new federal government?
Well, I think actually Donald Trump has done a bit of a favor to make it much easier for whomever is in to respond to business concerns, because Canada, as we know, lags so badly among global productivity, especially among the G7. We're at the bottom. So the business community is looking for competitive corporate tax rates. Donald Trump has promised to cut corporate tax rates further in the U.S., so Canada needs to get competitive there. That's what the business community is looking for. And given everything that's gone on, I think it'll be easier to sell that to Canadians. Second thing, it'll be, the U.S. invests, Paul, roughly twice as much per worker as Canada does. So we are not attracting foreign or domestic investment here. They're going to be looking for opportunities for, how are we going to attract foreign investment? Certainly not proceeding with the capital gains tax increase and assuredness that that's not going to happen. The business community is looking for some long-term guarantees that they can invest here and not be faced with any type of tax increase.
Do tax cuts have to come along with spending cuts?
For sure. Listen, there's no question about it. When we look at our deficits and the amount we're paying in interest expense, the business community is looking for some slimmer government. I think Carney's given already some indication of that if the reports are true that the cabinet will be cut substantially to possibly 20 cabinet ministers. That, to me, is an indication of, what Carney is looking for, should he get elected.
That is Lorne Steinberg. Those are his thoughts on what will happen later.